feel you. Just Vibe and TRS. Hey, what's happening? YouTube and Facebook, how you doing? I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Good Sunday morning to you. And you know what time it is. It is our Sunday sports, and more sports show. I am your host, Kendrick, the sports guy. We are previewing NFL Week 12 matchups, man. We are in Week 12, man. We just got a couple of more weeks, man. For this season, we're going to be talking about the playoffs. But again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. I'm also live on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, you are missing a treat. You can come check me out and see my man cave backdrop. As you all know, I am a Packers fan, Wisconsin born, Texas raised. How about them Lions? I see you, Jeeky. What's your opinion on Green Bay not utilizing Golden enough? We're going to talk about that. We got a whole lot to talk about. We're talking about Week 12 matchups, but we got to do some things first and foremost. If you're watching me on YouTube and Facebook, make sure you come in and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. It doesn't cost you a dime. Make sure you share this live stream to all your social media platforms. You can also follow me on Instagram at Kendrick1969. And again, follow me on TikTok, Kendrick Henderson 51. It goes down in the Packers Man Cave /chat room. And also, if you are watching me on YouTube and Facebook, comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Don't be in the bushes hiding. Let me know what's up, where you're watching from. Let's join the conversation. We're going to talk a little bit of NFL as well as other stuff. I know it's a lot of people that be watching this later on or during this live, and they don't say nothing. There's one person watching on Facebook or YouTube, and they hit the like button. You can comment. Yeah, let me know who you are. I'm going to shout you out. We're going to talk. We're going to have a good time. Again, slide on over to this TikTok, too. Dez Bryant made that catch. Man, stop it, Reed. See, I got some people in my chat. They like giving me the business, but it's all good. We're not talking about Dez no more. And I like Dez Bryant, but let's get over it, ladies and gentlemen. That was what, 11, 12 years ago now. That's over. Go Lions. I see you, Wally. What's happening? Big Juice 78. Skull, baby. We got them Vikings today. Love the cave. Love is trash. Okay, Isaac. You know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Ain't that what they say, Isaac? So he may be trash to you, but he's gonna be our treasure. Let's get it done against them Vikings today, Mr. Love. So again, we're gonna get into this real quick. I gotta go make sure I get this card. Oh, look out there, my good brother Gregory Malden. What's happening? Good Sunday morning to you. Checking me out on Facebook. I appreciate you watching, brother. Appreciate the comment. As always, appreciate your support. All right, let's get to it. Dre, appreciate that follow. How do we feel about another Bears win today? I don't know. But we're going to talk about that. The Bears and the Steelers is going down. Go Pack. Go, my guy. What's up, Jay Woods? Let's get into that. Let's talk about some of these matchups that's coming up in the noon window. We got the Colts and the Chiefs. We got, again, the Steelers and the Bears. We got the Pats and the Bengals. We got the Jets and the Ravens. We got the Seahawks and the Titans. We got the Vikings at the Packers. We got the Giants at the Lions. Those are the noon kickoffs. Which one are we going to talk about first? We whipping the Steelers today. Let's talk about the Bears and the Steelers first, because the Bears is going to be missing their whole starting linebacker crew. Excuse me. The Bears' entire starting linebacker unit is out versus the Steelers today. Tremaine Edmonds, who I just read, has been put on IR, so he's going to miss the next 4 games with a groin injury. TJ Edwards is out had hand surgery, and Noah Sewell is out with the elbow injury. So the Bears are going to be missing their whole linebacking trio versus the Steelers today. They also put their running back Roshan Johnson on IR. So again, that's going to be a tough one for the Bears, not trying to stop that running game against the Steelers without their linebacking crew. But it's going to be a good one. Those damn Bears are sitting atop the NFC North at 7-3. As much as it pains me to say that, the Bears are actually have surprised me. I thought they would be better than they were last season, but they are showing that they are a team that you can't just sleep over them. You can't skip over them because they played some decent football, won some close games. So the Bears and the Steelers is going down. Aaron Rodgers, it looks like is going to try to give it a go with that left wrist injury. And when a team when a players know about an injury, you know what they do, right? They go after it. I guarantee you, the Bears know about that left wrist injury of Aaron Rodgers. If he starts, they gonna go after it. They're gonna go after that wrist. They're gonna try to get him on the sideline. They're gonna try to make him sit on the bench. Green Bay all the way. What's up, Dorothy? Good Sunday to you. So again, that's gonna be one to watch a big, in at the noon window, the Bears and the Steelers to see what happens with them. Speaking of the Lions, tight end Sam Laporta, he's done for the year. According to head coach Dan Campbell, he had back surgery and he's likely done for the season. He was third on the team in receiving yards with 489 yards, had 40 receptions, as well as 3 touchdowns. So he was a big part of that Lions offense. It looks like that he's done for the rest of the year. Rodgers don't lose to Bears ever. You're right, Aaron. He owns them. Bears not giving the North back. I see you, Noah. We got something to say about that. Can Packers win? They've been letting me down for real. Yeah, we can win. They hadn't been pretty. They've been ugly. We've lost some games we shouldn't have lost, obviously, to the Browns, to the Panthers, tied the doggone Cowboys. So yeah, we can get it done. And we just gotta stay focused. What's up, CC? How you doing? Always appreciate your support. Good Sunday to you. Hope you're having a great weekend. So yeah, we can win, but we got to get, not probably having Josh Jacobs today. That offensive line, we've been playing musical chairs with it pretty much all year. So we gotta get it done offensively. We can't keep asking our defense, that is the Packers defense, to hold teams to 13 points or less and not put some points up on the board. Yeah, so we got to do better. The doggone Cowboys. Yeah, Matt, Chris, I know. Yeah, we tied them. Defense winning. We are winning, but eventually, bear down, Unc. I see you. Yeah, boo-boo. Thanks for the follow. We got to get it done today, starting with them Vikings, because we got a hell of an upcoming stretch when it comes to our schedule. We got the Lions on Thanksgiving Day, and then I believe we got the Bears after that, if I'm not mistaken. So we got a hell of a rest of the schedule. So there you have it. Now, some more news and notes, injury updates from the NFL that I looked up on the injury reports yesterday. Cardinals going to be without wide receiver Marvin Harrison Jr. He's out again with an appendix. The Falcons wide receiver Drake London with a knee injury. He's out versus the Saints today. As you all know, starting quarterback Michael Penix Jr. is done for the year for the Falcons. He's going to have surgery, I believe, what I read is reconstruction, I believe, to a ACL. So he's done for the year. So Kirk Cousins will be the starting quarterback for the Falcons the rest of the year. As far as the Bengals, some people were speculating that Joe Burrow could possibly play today versus the Patriots, but he has been ruled out. But looks like he may be possible coming back next week. We giving the Packers the belt today. JJ with leaders. Man, stop it. Ain't nobody getting the belt but them damn Vikings, man. We ain't worried about no JJ. JJ McCarthy. We got something for him. We got something for him at 12 noon. So again, Joe Burrow most likely will be back under center probably next week. But the Bengals got a big one today versus the Patriots, who at 9-2 is tied with the Broncos with the best record in the league. Both teams are 9-2, and both teams are surprising at this point. As far as our Packers injury report, linebacker Quay Walker, neck. He has a stinger. It's doubtful that Quay Walker will go today. Looks like Isaiah McDuffie is going to probably start in his place. And I hate that because I like Quay Walker. I don't think he gets enough love on what he does. I'm a follow because I'll be back after the game. Good luck. All right, Free Glock. Appreciate that. These new rules are getting people injured. I hear you, Keith. Some people do believe that. But yeah, we definitely know that as far as Packers, Quay Walker is doubtful versus the Vikings today. Cornerback Nate Hobbs, knee, he's out versus the Vikings today. Looks like we're going to be without Josh Jacobs. He's questionable, but most likely he's not going to play. We already know Elton Jenkins, our starting center, is on IR. Matthew Golden is a little banged up. Dontavian Wicks is a little banged up, as well as Savion Williams. They all are banged up and questionable, but they're going to play. Yeah, Nate Hobbs has been ass. I agree. Yeah. Giants need a new field. Wilson is talented, run game. I agree. I like Wilson. I think Wilson's gonna do fine. But I hate not having Jacobs. But if we can get by with at least letting him get healthy, I say let's go ahead and sit Jacobs and let him see what Wilson can do at this point. But he's questionable, but it doesn't look like Josh Jacobs is going to play. As far as the Chiefs, who got a big one against the Colts, Xavier Worthy, wide receiver, speedy wide receiver. He has an ankle issue. He's questionable, but most likely he will play versus the Colts. As far as the Eagles and the Cowboys, that big NFC East showdown, that's in the late window. Offensive tackle Lane Johnson for the Eagles, he is out. So they're going to be out one of their top-notch offensive linemen versus the Dallas Cowboys. Again, that's in the late window, and that is at Lambeau Field South, what I call it. But you know it as AT&T Stadium. So that's going to be the 3:25 a.m. kickoff. Again, the Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, that left wrist, looks like he's going to try to give it a go. Far as linebacker Alex Highsmith for the Steelers, he's doubtful with a pectoral issue as well. Appreciate that, Tyler. How you doing? I must tell the truth. I gotta say this backdrop, as you can see, obviously I'm a Packer fan, Wisconsin born, Texas raised, born in the 414, baby, Bruce City, Milltown. It is actually a still image that I have found, and I'm running it through my green screen. This is my man cave that I aspire to have eventually. Once I get my coins up, once I get my place, I settle in a new place. This is definitely going to be my setup similar to this. So I have to tell you that. I can't tell you it's not really my man cave, but it is my backdrop I use when I go live on TikTok. So if you're not watching me on TikTok, you don't know what I'm talking about, Facebook and YouTube, you got to follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51 to see my backdrop. It's pretty damn dope, if I must say so myself. There you have it. What's up, Coach Dad? Appreciate the gift too. What you think about Matthew Golden? Matthew Golden has been, it's been an unimpressive rookie season thus far for him. Is it all of his fault? No, I would say no. I think a lot of it has been beyond his control. I think he and Jordan Love just hadn't found that they hadn't clicked. Plus, he's kind of been nicked up. That is Matthew Golden. Jordan Love has been nicked up too a little bit. So they just hadn't found each other. But I think eventually, you just got to be patient, man. They're going to eventually get it right. Backdrop would be right with the Bears. Nah, you must be out your mind. You quit drinking. It's too early in the morning to be drinking like that. Ain't no way in hell I would ever have a Bears backdrop. Not like this. Go Pack, go. I see you, Timmy Bake. So again, I think, that's what it is. I think eventually they'll be okay. But at this point, we just gotta, do what we do best and try to run the football and kind of have some balance. Any word on Reed return timeline? All I know is it's kind of like week to week at this point. That's all I know about Jaden Reed. And we definitely would love to have him back. Joe, appreciate that follow. So it's been week to week as far as when Jaden Reed will be back. What's up, Joe? Good rising to you. Packers do it without Kraft. Yeah, and Tucker Kraft, man, I don't think we've talked about the loss of him a whole lot. I think that's really going to hurt us in the long run. I appreciate that follow, too, Miss Green and Yolo. That's what's up. So Tucker Kraft was definitely on pace to have one of the better seasons of a Packers tight end has ever had in the history of the franchise. And now that's a big loss, man, a big loss for Jordan Love, because I think that was Jordan Love, one of his security blankets he felt comfortable with, as well as Romeo Doubs is that guy now. So we got, but you know what? We got to move on. Luke Musgrave, he got to come in. He got to make plays. Again, it's cliche, but at the end of the day, it's the next man up. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for anybody that gets hurt. At this point in the season, all teams have injuries. So that's what it is. Fabian says Green Bay 27, Minnesota 16. I like that. Man, saw Kenny Urlacher. He's going to be good. That's what's happening. So there you have it. Let's talk about the 49ers, man. There's some issues going on with Brandon Ayuk, which he hadn't played pretty much all season, I don't believe, but he's out. And the team has decided to void his 2026 guarantees of $27 million. And I was reading what head coach Kyle Shanahan had to say about that, and he said in his 20 years of coaching, he's never had a situation like this. If y'all don't know, Brandon Ayuk has been hurt pretty much off and on all in the last couple of years, and it looks like he's not going to play this year for the 49ers. He's been put on a physically unable to perform list, the pup list, and so Ayuk situation is really it's kind of bonkers. I don't know what's happening, but again, Shanahan was, he was asked about, what's next. Has he talked to Brandon Ayuk? He said he hadn't really talked to him. He's been at the facility doing rehab off and on, but it's just one of those situations, man. So it looks like Brandon Ayuk, most likely, he probably won't be playing for the 49ers after this season. Michael asked, start Kareem Hunt or Jaylen Warren? I will go with Jaylen Warren if I were you for my fantasy football league players. So that's what's going on in 49ers land, who I believe they play in the late window, if I'm not mistaken. And it's no, I think they play. What do the 49ers play? They play tonight. They play Monday night. That's when the 49ers play. So we'll see what happens with that. Henderson or Chase Brown. Henderson has been playing pretty decent, but I will go with Chase Brown, Sean Tucker, Kareem, or Tracy. That's all. Jaden, and Jordan are all talking about fantasy football league. So there you have it, man. That's just some of the news and notes from Week 12 in the NFL. Also, I didn't really talk about this situation. We talking about the Bengals and the Pats getting it on today, but the Bengals are going to be without one of their weapons, Jamar Chase. Did you guys watch the Bengals and the Steelers last week? Did you check out what happened between Jamar Chase and Jalen? Shoot, I can't remember Jalen's last name now, but you know what I'm talking about, the cornerback. Did y'all check that out? Spygate. I see you. Eagles offensive line is going to hurt them today. What are your thoughts on the big Jalen Ramsey? Thank you, Louis Gonzalez. I thought, that was one of the most, thank you, Carter. You're right, Jalen Ramsey. That was one of the most disrespectful things that you can ever do to a person, is spit in their face. And he denied it. And Jalen Ramsey went into his post-game press conference and said he didn't know the guy and he didn't do it. Then, you know what, Jay-Z, he has a song that says men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Well, Mr. Chase, video don't lie. I believe it was WXIX out of Cincinnati, the television station that had the video, and yeah, he spit in his face, man. Yeah, that wasn't, he hawked toward him. BJ Swagger said that was a good one. Yeah, man, that's straight. That's grounds for, now, you know what? We ain't playing football now. That's done. We getting ready. We getting ready to get down and throw them things. Well, he was suspended for today's game, and he also lost $500,000. So I hope that spit was worth it. I don't know no spit worth $500,000, losing $500,000. At least for me, I know. But anyways, Tyler says the Patriots going to get the win. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. So $500,000 fine. Yep. Coach Dad, he lost $500,000. I think that game is going to be interesting. Now, I think with not having Jamar Chase, I think the Pats probably will win this game, but I think it'll be close. As a Cowboys fan, we getting cooked today. Brandon Kaiser, I don't know if y'all going to get cooked, man. I think, again, divisional games can go either way, and we know that the Eagles and the Cowboys, they always, especially since Dak Prescott has been a starter for the Dallas Cowboys, I think his record versus the Eagles is I think he's only lost maybe 3 times to the Eagles. For some reason, the Cowboys play the Eagles tough, rather on the road or at home. So I'm not saying that the Cowboys are going to get cooked. I think it's going to be close. But I think those NFC East, any division games, they can go either way. That you can say that about the NFC North as well. I think, and the AFC North too. I think those three divisions are so tough and competitive. I think a lot of times those divisional games can go anywhere. Someone asked me about the Eagles' offensive line. I think they're going to be missing. They're going to be missing Lane Johnson today. So I think that's going to be tough road to go. I think Saquon Barkley hadn't went off. That's been interesting. He hadn't just totally went off like he did last year. I think defenses are prepared for their run game. And then, AJ Brown is not happy with his quarterback, Jalen Hurts, because you know how wide receivers are. It's hard to keep them happy. They divas. But it's amazing to me how wide receivers are always so in their feelings, because that's the one position on the field you depend on the offensive line to protect the quarterback and to protect the quarterback to be able to get you the ball and find you when you're open. So you depend on a whole lot of other things to be in tune for you to be productive. But they the ones always feeling like some type of way. But anyway, so we'll see. I think that's going to be a good matchup. Obviously, again, NFC East, big rivals. We're going to check that out. Someone asked, I saw in the chat about the Bills. I think the Bills window, I think they are overrated. I have to say that. I think the Bills are overrated. And I have to throw myself into being one of the people that I put them a lot higher than they are. They are who we thought they were. Well, no, I can't say that. They are who I think they are now. I mean, the Texans defense exposed that offense. And let's be honest, the Texans defense, they're going to expose a lot of people because that's the number one ranked defense in the league. And those two pass rushers they got down in H-Town, Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., man, if your tackles ain't ready to play, they going to make them look bad. And they're going to have your quarterback on his back numerous times, like they had Josh Allen, who was sacked, I believe, 8 times on Thursday night. Great point about wide receivers. Don't think I've heard anyone ever express that before. I appreciate that 4-eye professor. They spent 4 years and couldn't get or keep a receiver. You right, BG. You are right. Bears fans, enjoy your half-game lead on our Green Bay Packers. Mark 61, appreciate that. In your opinion right now, if the league ended today, who would be in the Super Bowl? That's a great question, SBD 1337. If the season ended today, who would be my Super Bowl picks? I would say out of the NFC, I would say that Los Angeles Rams would be my representative out of the NFC. As far as the AFC, I believe my representative coming out of the AFC, if the Super Bowl was played today, I think it would be the Denver Broncos. I think their offense is pedestrian, but I think that their defense is so good that that defense could carry that team to a Super Bowl. That's that would be my 2 picks if the Super Bowl season ended today. I would say the Rams, because I think in my opinion, I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC right now. That's just looking at them. Just, I'm eye test. I ain't talking about stats and analytics and all that. Just the eye test. I think the Rams are the best team in the NFC. And I think right now, I think the Broncos are the best team in the AFC, even with that pedestrian offense that they have. But I think the Texans are creeping up there. I have to say that I think the Texans are creeping up there. I know their record ain't what it should be, but I think they're gonna win that South. I think Jacksonville, the window is closed. They messed it up. They could. Well, it's gonna be tight. I take that back because the Colts is leading the South. But I think the Texans they're gonna make it interesting in that South. I see you, the Bears. BG Patriots are the best team in the AFC. I think the Patriots are good, but I would still put the Broncos over the Patriots in my opinion. Nobody's saying anything about the Ravens. They looking all right. They looking all right. They finally kind of got their defense settled, because their defense was pretty horrible there the first few weeks. Yeah, bring on the Bears in 2 weeks. You right, Mark. Can't wait. Noon kickoff at Lambeau. We waiting on them. Y'all come on, get ready. Yeah, I hope Matthew Golden can score, Minato, but we're going to see. We're going to see, man. Just as long as we keep winning, he's going to get some touches. I appreciate that follow, too, Taco Bowl Crazy 15. As long as we keep, we don't try to force it, and that's the one thing I don't want to see Jordan Love start doing is start forcing the football. just because. Don't force it. Make your reads. Give it to the guy. Don't be forcing nothing. Start throwing interceptions all over the doggone place. And Matt LaFleur, get a little bit more creative with our play calling too. But then we got to make sure we can run the football and take some of the pressure off that offensive line, because let's be honest, we playing musical chairs with that offensive line. Most of them been banged up all year, so we got to do that. And then we gotta sustain drives, man. We can't go 3 and outs and keep the defense on the field, because last week against the doggone Giants, man, our defense was on the field quite a lot because the Giants were able to hold some possessions, and we weren't able to get them off the field. We kind of bent but didn't break last week as far as the defense. And but eventually that's going to wear thin. Vikings would beat the Packers with JJ. All right, that's your opinion. The kid's dad, 24. You probably a Vikings fan. Of course you're supposed to say that. We'll see. I doubt it. Mark 61, appreciate that follow. So there you have it, man. I got to give y'all these power rankings before I get out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching, man. We do this every Sunday. I'm on a little earlier today, but I normally come in at 11. When's the last time Minnesota Vikings won the Super Bowl? Never. Yeah, never. They've been to a few of them. They've been, well, back in the 70s, they went to quite a few of them. Didn't win them. Appreciate that follow too, Jay Colgrove. I'm excited to watch Emmanuel Wilson. I love the way he runs the ball. I am too, Benzie Tour 95. Here's his chance. We're gonna see what he got. And I like him too, be honest with you. Who scores a TD for the Pack today? I hope we get by 5 of them. I could care less who's scoring. No, I'm not in Green Bay. I'm in Texas, Mark. I'm in Tyler, Texas. I was born in the Mill. I'm from the 414 Brew City, but I'm Texas raised. But I'm in Tyler, Texas, which is an hour and a half east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I'm an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana. So yeah, Giants are better than people realize. Scatterboo injury hurt them on the right track. Yeah, I agree, BG. I think that Scatterboo injury and not having Jackson Dart the last couple of games, that's hurt them too. But I think the Giants are better than a lot of people realize, and I think they're going to be pretty decent, moving forward. They also lost they second-year wide receiver Malik Neighbors too to that knee injury, so that hurt them too. Yeah, I'm in Dallas Cowboys country, Mark 61. Been here for a minute. My mother, peace be upon her, my mom's side of the family is from Texas. That's my Texas connection. And most of my family on my mom's side, again, my mom's is going on to be with the Lord. They are Cowboys fans or Houston Texans / Houston Oilers fans. My pop's side of the family, peace be upon him, is in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. And most of my family side on my pop side is Green Bay Packers fans. So that's that. Yeah. Robert Woods, somebody brought his, I think that was you, Growth Within. I don't know if that was you. Somebody keeps saying Robert Woods, though. I don't, at this point, we will have, obviously the trade deadline is passed. You can claim, you can pick up, if you release a player, you can claim, you can sign a player. But I ain't feeling that Robert Woods thing. I think at this point, we just got to go with what we got. We getting Jalen Reed back in a few, hopefully in the next week or two. And some of these receivers can get a little bit healthier. And Luke Musgrave had to pick it up in the loss of Tucker Kraft. So I think at this point, I just want to go with what we got. That makes us family. All Packers already. That's what I'm talking about. I want to see Matthew Golden breakout game. Just wanted to drop in and spread some love. Bear down, NC North, #1. I hear you, Nate. That's what's out. I appreciate the love, man. So, again, I'm about to get out of here again. Before I get out of here, though, I got to give you all the power rankings in Week 12. This is from Frank Schwab of Yahoo Sports. He does his weekly power rankings. Obviously, they change every week. Here is his top 10 power rankings as far as teams in his top 10 going into Week 12. At number 10, he has the Chiefs at 5-5. He has the Packers at number 9 at 6-3-1. Has the Bills at number 8 at 7-4. Has the Lions at number 7 at 6-4. He has the Patriots at 6 at 9-2. He has the Broncos at 5 at 9-2. He has the Seahawks at 4 at 7-3. He has the Colts at number 3 at 8-2. He has the Los Angeles Rams at number 2 at 8-2. And at number 1, he has the defending Super Bowl champs, the Philadelphia Eagles, at 8-2. Do you all agree with Frank Schwab? This ain't my top 10. This is his top 10. Hey, what's up, little sis? Good Sunday to you. You be safe out there on 18 wheels. Love you. Do you agree with Frank Schwab's top 10 list? I don't. I'm not feeling the Chiefs being in the top 10 at all. But I have noticed with Frank Schwab, he must be a Chiefs homer because the Chiefs has been either in his top 10 or close to his top 10 all year. All year. He's had the Chiefs in his top 10. And I wouldn't have the Chiefs in the top 10 at 5-5. Matter of fact, I would even have the 49ers and the Bears before the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I know the Chiefs have been the talk of the league for the last 5, 6, 7 years. I get it. But I wouldn't have the Chiefs at 10. And just some of the other teams, he has the Bears again at 12 at 7-3, the 49ers at 13 at 7-4, the Steelers at 17 at 6-4, the Texans at 18 at 6-5, the Vikings at 20 at 4-6, the Cowboys at 21 at 4-5-1. And you probably all know the bottom half, which no argument here. The Saints at 30 at 2-8, the Raiders at 31 at 2-8, and the Titans at 32 at 1-9. So that was Frank Schwab's list of his power rankings going into Week 12. Again, I don't know if Eagles are one. I think they're one just because they are the champs, and I get that. So we'll see. Growth Within says the Packers would be 11-6-1. I'll take it if we get in the playoffs, because at the end of the day, all you got to do is get in the playoffs, and then everybody is 0-0 at that point. It doesn't matter what happens, what happened during that regular season. Once you get in, no matter where you seeded, we all 0-0. Obviously, you want to get that number 1 seed, get that first round bye. I mean, obviously, that's the goal. But also the goal is to make it into the playoffs. And so there you have it. So again, got a bunch of games coming up. Again, Week 12, we getting down to the nitty-gritty. My Packers host those damn Vikings at noon at Lambeau. I'm going to be watching that. I probably will pop in after that game and give my post-game reaction to the Vikings and Packers and maybe comment on some of the other games. Then we got the other big showdown, the late window, the NFC East showdown. That is the Dallas Cowboys hosting those Dirty Birds. Well, they don't call Fly Eagles Fly, whatever they moniker is, at AT&T Stadium at Dallas. That's 3:25 p.m. kickoff. Robert Snodgrass, I appreciate that follow. The entire league this year is vulnerable. We see it in every game. You right, Growth Within. That's why I say I don't think there's one team that you can say is just dominant. Now, I think the two dominant defenses in the league belong to the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. I will say that. And the Packers, you can put the Packers right up there too. We definitely a top 5. But those two defenses right there, the Texans and the Broncos, they definitely are bringing it. And the Packers defense is playing well too. We just hadn't created enough turnovers. We got to get some more turnovers. And I think if we can do that, I think we'll be fine. And if we can get our offense, that is the Packers offense, get it out the mud, because it seemed like we in neutral, get it out the mud and get a little bit more consistent and sustain, get some drives so we can get our defense some rest. That's just my personal opinion. Dan, the man. Good Sunday. How you doing? I'm about to get out of here, Dan, the man. What's happening? The Packers got to use their receivers in the intermediate. Right, I got you. You're right about that. Growth Within. This is a scrap year. Whoever digs will get the trophy. I see you. Postseason hits different. We were a 6 seed wild card and won the Super Bowl in 2010. You are on point, Sporty. I like that moniker, Sporty. Go Pack, go. Gavin Hood. That's what's happening. So again, I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. Make sure you check me out here. I'm on live on Saturdays too, around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. On Sundays, I'm normally on around 11 a.m. I went on a little earlier today just because I got to keep my grandson. My grandson is on the way, so I got to watch him so I can get ready to watch these Packers and Vikings. But you can catch me here and check out some of my other segments. If you're following me here, make sure you follow me right here on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channels, TFG Sports Media, as well as Kendrick Sports Hustle. Doesn't cost you a dime. If you're on Facebook, make sure you follow me there as well, Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. And on IG, you can follow me at KDrick1969. It's so funny that you're from Texas and everyone here is Wisconsin or no Growth Within. I'm not from Texas. I live in Texas. I'm from Wisconsin. I was born in the mill, 414, baby. But my mama's from Texas. Peace be upon her. That's why I tell people I'm Wisconsin. I love you too, little sis. Be safe out there. Happy Turkey Day to you. I'm Wisconsin born, Texas raised, but I am from the 414, Milwaukee. It's on my born certificate, brother. So there you have it. So again, I'm Kendrick the Sports Guy. I know you're from Wisconsin, 262 here, but the fact you're streaming it. Oh yeah. I'm gonna stream here. Yeah. And I catch heat, but you know what? I talk all the noise with these Cowboys fans down here. They know what it do. They know. I don't back down. It goes down for them Packers again. So again, let me get out of here before I get the chatting and running my mouth and just keep on and on and on. Again, Packers host the Vikings, noon kickoff. I'm probably gonna come back and give my post-game reaction right here on TikTok. You guys enjoy your I was going to say Super Bowl Sunday. Yo, NFL Week 12 Sunday. And if I don't see you before Thursday, I want all of you all to have a happy Turkey Day with your family and friends and enjoy some NFL football because we got them damn Lions. We go to the D on Thursday, and it is an early kickoff. So if I don't see you before Turkey Day, you all have a great Turkey Day, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Look for my post-game reaction to this Vikings-Packers game today as well. So we will see you on the other side and on the next report and on the next live stream. I am Kendrick the Sports Guy. I am out. Deuces. All right, Facebook, YouTube, that's a wrap, man. I was going on and on and on and on over there on TikTok. Again, if you haven't followed me on TikTok, you're missing the party. Kendrick Henderson 51. Make sure you do that. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channels, please do that right here. Those channels are TFG Sports Media, as well as Kendrick Sports Hustle. Make sure you like and follow them both on Facebook if you are on that platform. And you can follow me on IG, Instagram at Kendrick 1969, I believe. Kendrick 69 is one of them. You'll see my face in my profile, whatever. So there you go. So again, if I don't see you all before Thursday, I want you all to have a happy Turkey Day. I want to thank you, CC, for popping in. Appreciate the love as always. Appreciate my good brother Greg Malden. Appreciate you popping in. Again, if I don't see you before Thursday, happy Turkey Day to you and yours. Y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your friends and family. Also, enjoy you some Turkey Day football. Again, Packers at the Lions, and I'm going to be on that one. Then we got the Cowboys hosting them Chiefs. That's going to probably be an eyeball watcher. It's probably ratings is probably going to be out the roof. And it's a third game, too, that night. I don't know whose it is, but it's 3 games on Thanksgiving. Then we got Black Friday. We got an NFL game on Black Friday as well. And then we got the Texas Longhorns hosting those dang Texas A&M Aggies. It's going down in Austin on that Friday. So we got a lot of football coming up in the next few days. So again, I'm Kendrick the Sports Guy. We will see you on the other side and on the next live stream. Again, if you follow me on TikTok, make sure you check me out, Kendrick Henderson 51. I will probably be giving my post-game reaction to this Vikings-Packers game over there. I won't be live here on YouTube and Facebook, but I will be live on TikTok again at Kendrick Henderson 51. So you all have a great rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your Sunday football, and we will see you on the other side and on the next live stream. I am out. Deuces.